Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Cairo, and willpower is not the same as confidence. But used together, they will create one of the strongest bonds on the planet. Let me explain. Willpower is defined as the willingness to do whatever. Say you have to do a bunch of paperwork for your boss, and you have to then turn it in to him. And then maybe they'll just decide what you get paid, even. That is willpower. Essentially, you know you have to do this thing. So you gotta just do it, or else you just don't get paid. That is the simplest way to put it. Confidence, we all know confidence, but generally speaking, it is the willingness to believe in yourself and what you can do set to a certain standard. If I'm going into like a tennis game, I have the confidence to say I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win the entire tournament. That is confidence. Now let's get into the negatives. If you have less confidence than you do willpower, essentially it's like a train that just it has that momentum, but it doesn't have the actual like speed to be able to keep up essentially. Like it'll just keep going and then stop. Nothing will happen. And having that, it's like a waving flag essentially. You're just stuck in place swaying back and forth between like highs to lows, and you just don't feel like you could do anything about it, which again lowers confidence. Now if you have low willpower, then that is what you would assume it is, the most egotistical person that cannot back up their talk. And the way I like to interpret this is that if you have the confidence to say something, act like you're in a science lab and that you're being experimented on. And the things that you said, if they don't hold up to standard, they are abnormal. They are not normal behavior, which is bad. You basically failed to even be what you said you were gonna be. Now, fused together, essentially, is just godlike. Think about it. I think of it like willpower is the speed, and confidence is the force. Right, let's go back to the train example. If I'm going at a certain momentum, and like I have the force of confidence to essentially push me forward, then I'm gonna go like much further than I actually was before. Like, let's say I didn't have the confidence. Now I gained confidence. Guess what? Now I'm much better. And think about it. To break any object, don't you need speed and force? Like, if you were to punch your table right now and try to put a hole into it, you would need a lot of speed and you would need a lot of force to fully push through the entire thing. That essentially is what it's like, but metaphorically. Say, like, let's say you're trying to become, again, like the most popular tennis player, like the greatest one. What would you do to be different from every other player that's trying to do it? Simply put, you need to put a lot more force and speed into it. You need to become better at it. And if you have the confidence and you have the drive to essentially be like, I'm gonna practice every single day until I become the greatest tennis player, then, you know, the force and power of this train and this boundary right here just breaks. It just goes apart. Because what is it but to say that you're essentially now just better than you ever were? Essentially, you're putting yourself in a position where now any goal that you go up against, you can just apply the principle. Like, oh, I want to become the best video game player. And it just happens over and over and over. Where if you have the willpower to just want to improve on every aspect, to keep going when the things get hard, and when you have the confidence to say, like, I did fail, but I will become better. I know I can do this, so let me reach this bar again. That is essentially what most people lack, honestly. Because a lot of people describe themselves as low confidence and low willpower. They don't want to do the hard work, and they don't want to have enough confidence in themselves to just bloat their brains up. And that essentially is just wrong, essentially. If you notice that you're having these issues, then what else do you do but to go at it head on? And to essentially say, this is the thing I'm worse at, so let me fix that. And we all suffer from like a sway of both being bad, but consistency is one of the greatest tools to just becoming better. And the more consistent you are in just being able to do something and having the confidence to do so, that in of itself is powerful. Hopefully this video does help you in some way, just figure it out. Because the normal person would not focus so heavily on this. And I just wanted to add this part in. Why would you follow the average person in trying to become better? Do you think you're average? Because you don't want to be. So why are you looking at someone who isn't striving to be you? Like, you look at my video because I'm striving myself to be better. And you look at me doing this and you say, wow, that is extremely good, in like above standards. That isn't what you should be putting it. This is the standard you should become. And if you want to become better, then always work on yourself. And always have the confidence and willpower to go with anything that you do. This is just a foundation for everything that you could be compared to the average man. And it all starts with speed and force. Say that with me. Speed and force. I will have speed and force to do everything. Any challenge. All I need is, say it with me, speed and force. And that's where I'm gonna end the video, guys. I hope you have a good day. Bye bye!